In the words of Roosevelt himself, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Born in the year 1882, Franklin Delano Roosevelt emerged from a life of privilege. Despite his comfortable upbringing, Roosevelt developed a keen sense of empathy and a burning desire to fight for the underprivileged. His political philosophy was shaped by these convictions, and they would later become the cornerstone of his leadership. As a young man, Roosevelt's journey into public service began in the New York State Senate, where he quickly made a name for himself as a reformer. His political star continued to rise as he served as Assistant Secretary of the Navy, further honing his leadership skills and deepening his understanding of international affairs. These early experiences in public service provided Roosevelt with a solid foundation for leadership. His empathy, pragmatism, and knack for communication were already evident, hinting at the extraordinary leader he would become. Roosevelt's foundation as a leader was laid during these formative years, setting the stage for the trials and triumphs that lay ahead. In 1921, Roosevelt's life took a dramatic turn when he was diagnosed with polio. Imagine, if you will, a man in the prime of his life, already a promising figure in the political landscape, suddenly struck down by a crippling disease. Polio was not just a physical ailment, it was a test of character, a challenge that Roosevelt had to face head-on. Now, Roosevelt could have chosen to step back, to retreat into the shadows and let his political ambitions fade away, but that was not his way. Instead, he chose to fight, to push against the constraints of his physical condition, to continue to strive for his dreams and aspirations. He did not let his disability define him. Instead, he used it as a catalyst to forge a new path, to redefine what it meant to be a leader. He embraced his condition, using it to fuel his determination and resilience. He became an advocate for those suffering from polio, raising funds for research and treatment. His battle with the disease became a public one, an inspiring narrative of perseverance in the face of adversity. But it was more than just a personal battle. His struggle with polio became a metaphor for the nation he would come to lead. It embodied the spirit of resilience and determination that would become hallmarks of his leadership. It was a message to the people that no matter the challenges they faced, they could overcome them just as he had. Roosevelt's journey was not an easy one. There were days of pain, days of struggle, days when the future seemed uncertain. But through it all, he remained steadfast, his spirit unbroken, his resolve unyielding. His strength and courage became a beacon of hope for those who were facing their own battles, a reminder that they were not alone. Roosevelt's battle with polio was not just a personal triumph. It was a testament to his resilience, a trait that would serve him well in the years to come. His perseverance in the face of adversity became a symbol of his leadership, a beacon of hope for a nation in need, a testament to the power of the human spirit, and a testament to the indomitable will of a leader. Roosevelt's battle with polio was a testament to his resilience, a trait that would serve him well in the years to come. Despite the challenges he faced, Roosevelt's political career continued to soar. The year was 1928, and Roosevelt, with his characteristic optimism, sought to serve his country on a grander scale. He was elected governor of New York, a role that would test his leadership and resilience, and ultimately set the stage for his presidency. In the governor's office, Roosevelt showcased his knack for pragmatism and effective communication. He tackled the problems facing New York with a practical approach, never losing sight of the human element. His policies reflected a deep understanding of the state's needs, and his charisma won over the trust of New Yorkers. The people saw in him a leader who could navigate the complexities of governance while maintaining a strong connection with them. As governor, Roosevelt's leadership style radiated with optimism. He fostered hope in the people, even as they grappled with the onset of the Great Depression. He communicated his vision for New York with clarity and conviction, instilling in the people a sense of resilience during these challenging times. 4 years later, in 1932, Roosevelt's political journey took an even more significant turn. He was elected President of the United States, a testament to his charisma, pragmatism, and effective communication. His election marked a new era of hope and resilience for a nation in the throes of the Great Depression. The presidency was not an easy path, but Roosevelt was not one to shy away from challenges. He took the helm at a time of immense difficulty, but his optimism never faltered. He believed in the strength and resilience of the American people, and his pragmatic approach to leadership was instrumental in guiding the nation through its darkest hours. Roosevelt's path to the presidency was paved with challenges, but his optimism and pragmatism carried him through. His leadership during these pivotal years was marked by a steadfast commitment to the American people, a commitment that would shape his presidency and leave an indelible mark on the nation's history. As president, Roosevelt faced some of the greatest challenges in American history. His tenure was marked by two monumental crises: the Great Depression, a period of economic collapse and widespread hardship, and World War II, a global conflict on a scale never before seen. Yet Roosevelt's leadership was marked not by despair, but by optimism, pragmatism, and a unique ability to communicate. In the face of the Great Depression, Roosevelt implemented the New Deal, a series of programs, public work projects, financial reforms, and regulations. His goal was to provide relief for the unemployed and poor, to recover the economy to normal levels, and to reform the financial system to prevent a repeat depression. The New Deal was more than just an economic policy. It was a beacon of hope for a nation in despair, a tangible sign that the government was working to improve the lives of everyday people. As World War II loomed, Roosevelt faced the monumental task of preparing a nation for war. He swiftly mobilized the nation's resources, turning factories into war production centers and ordinary citizens into soldiers. He helped to cultivate a spirit of unity and purpose, transforming the United States into the arsenal of democracy that would play a crucial role in the Allied victory. But perhaps the most powerful weapon in Roosevelt's leadership arsenal was his ability to communicate. Through his fireside chats, Roosevelt spoke directly to the American people, addressing their fears and bolstering their spirits. In a time before television, these radio broadcasts were a lifeline, a connection to the leader of the nation. He explained complex issues in plain language, fostering a sense of understanding and trust. Roosevelt knew that in times of crisis, people needed more than just policies and strategies. They needed hope. They needed to know that their leader was with them, understanding their struggles and fighting for their future. And so, he spoke not just as a president, but as a fellow American, sharing in their trials and tribulations and promising a brighter future. Through his decisive actions and inspiring words, Roosevelt led the nation through some of its darkest hours. His leadership was a beacon of light in a time of darkness, radiating with optimism, pragmatism, and a unique ability to communicate. It fostered hope and resilience, reminding the nation that even in the face of great adversity, with strong leadership and unity, we can overcome. Roosevelt's leadership left an indelible mark on American history. As we delve into the legacy of this extraordinary leader, it becomes clear how his actions continue to shape the world we inhabit today. One of the most enduring aspects of Roosevelt's legacy is the New Deal. A response to the dire circumstances of the Great Depression, the New Deal was an ambitious series of programs and reforms aimed at kickstarting the American economy and providing relief to those most in need. Today, it stands as a testament to Roosevelt's pragmatism and commitment to social justice. Beyond the borders of the United States, Roosevelt's influence extends to the formation of the United Nations. As World War II raged on, he recognized the need for a global organization that could facilitate cooperation and prevent future conflicts. His vision culminated in the United Nations Charter of 1945, a document that continues to guide international relations to this day. Roosevelt's influence is also evident in the leaders who came after him. His ability to communicate effectively, to instill hope and resilience in the face of adversity, has served as a model for many who have occupied the Oval Office since. His enduring popularity attests to the power of these qualities. Even in the face of great personal and national challenges, Roosevelt remained a beacon of optimism and resolve. Yet even the most influential leaders are ultimately human. On April 12, 1945, just months into his fourth term, Roosevelt passed away. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy has endured. Today, more than 7 decades later, we continue to feel the ripple effects of his leadership. We see it in the social safety nets that were born out of the New Deal. We see it in the international cooperation fostered by the United Nations. We see it in the inspiring speeches of contemporary leaders, echoes of Roosevelt's own gift for communication. His spirit of resilience and optimism, his unwavering commitment to the betterment of humanity, these are the threads that weave through the tapestry of his enduring legacy. Roosevelt once said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." In the face of our own challenges, may we too find the courage to confront our fears and the resilience to overcome them. Roosevelt's leadership was characterized by optimism, pragmatism, and effective communication, qualities that continue to inspire leaders around the world.